What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the CUO4 YouTube channel. Before we get into the video, I just want to say a massive thank you for 1,500 subscribers. It's crazy to me that, we're here at such a milestone, to be perfectly honest. We started these videos under the Chris Beach era. Them videos are very much privatised because they're not very good. But we've come a long way from then. We've come a long way even from last season. The graphics, the thumbnails, everything on the channel right now is where I want it to be. So I'm very happy with all of that. And I'm very, very happy with Carlisle United's win against Barrow. Carlisle 1, Barrow 0 in a game that was a game of nothing. But a game where we get 3 points and we kickstart our season, hopefully, with a win over them lot. So fantastic from a Carlisle perspective. We won the back of 2 defeats. We needed a win. As soon as the fixtures came out, I said, what better way to start the season than Barrow at home? I thought that was the perfect home game. And it seemed to be, because Brunton Park was packed yesterday. There looked a lot more than 9,000 fans in Brunton Park. I'm really surprised there wasn't at least 10,000 fans in Brunton Park yesterday, to be honest with you. And even from the Barrow section, there looked more than 800 from them. But Brunton Park was bouncing yesterday. It was absolutely packed. It was fantastic to see. There was a real good feel factor around the place, despite the fact, there was a lot of negativity coming into this game. But Carlisle did the job. We give Barrow very little in the game. We really condensed them out of the game, which I thought was really good. There was a lot of very good individual performances. And it was a game where we did what we needed to do. It was a game where we needed to win. We did win. And that was it. It wasn't fancy. We didn't batter them like last time they came to Brunton Park, where we put 5 past them. But we were resilient. It was a very hard-fought, well-battled performance from Carlisle United, I thought. And as I say, we'll get into a couple of individuals in a minute. But I genuinely thought every player on that pitch wore the shirt with pride, wanted to be a Carlisle United player yesterday. Some of the tackles going in, the passion, Terrell Thomas celebrating with the fans when the goal went in before celebrating with the team, and just lots of little things yesterday made me very proud of a lot of them players on the pitch. Now, as I say, I will talk about individuals in just a moment, but, for example, John Mellish, who's normally, the best player on the pitch, was probably I'm not saying the worst, but probably the most average player yesterday. A player that normally is the best on the pitch was probably the most average. He didn't really do much yesterday. That's because everybody else outshined him, and that's not a bad thing. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. But one person in particular, there's a few, and I will get to each one of them. Archie Davis. I thought Archie Davis looked absolutely fantastic yesterday. His pace down the wing as a right wing back, he's dribbling, he was doing a bit of skills as well, his confidence is growing. I think he's going to be a real signing for Carlisle United, a really good signing. And great to see as well, because we've struggled with the right back position, for a number of years. Joe Senior injured a lot, Finn Back was injured a lot, Jack Ellis is still here but was injured a lot. Probably George Tanner was the last right back we had that, played week in, week out. So Archie Davis really grown into that role. Terrell Thomas, I thought he was immense yesterday in that first half that he played. Unfortunately, did go off with a slight injury. Hopefully that is nothing serious. But even then, Sam Lavelle came on like a leader. He came on, had a decent performance. He looked good when he came on the pitch. Aaron Hayden, don't know how he got up in that sort of last minute. That was a concussion for sure in the face, but he just got up, an absolute warrior. You've got Ben Williams, who came in last week. I was very sceptical when I seen the new signing straight in the team sheet. How is he going to fit in? He's fitting absolutely perfectly. If he's buying for a contract in January, he's going about it in the very right way at the moment. He's been brilliant. The midfield, we'll work up the pitch. The midfield, I thought that was Ben Barkley, one of his better games in the Carlisle shirt. He looked confident, he looked free. Just some of the movement he was making, taking a couple of shots and that. he picking the ball up on the edge of the box and just having a go. Looked good. Harrison Neal, I've been critical of him in the last few weeks, but, you know, he really got into it today. A few brilliant tackles against his ex-teammates. Really sticking his neck out for the team. And Josh Feller looks like an unbelievable player at the moment. He looks like, you know, Fleetwood's captain. That's the player we signed. You know, a player who's going to grow in confidence, grow in fitness. I thought he was brilliant yesterday, Josh Feller. To be 100% honest with you. And then we've got the attack. You know, we'll start with Dan Ajiaye. Obviously got the goal. You know, a long ball down the wing from John Mellish. And he ran onto it. You know, the defender tripped himself up. It wasn't a foul. And then it looked like he was going to square it to Charlie Wyke, but he didn't. He took it himself. Paul Farman probably should do a lot better, don't get me wrong. But, you know, that was our goal of the game. From Dan, and he just chases every single ball, doesn't he? Every ball he's after it, and, you know, he's a player I think we've been screaming out for a while. I know he's on loan and everything, but, you know, he's a striker that we've needed for a while, I think. Charlie Wyke as well. I think Charlie Wyke, his partnership with Dan's looking brilliant. Charlie Wyke's playing more sort of like as a centre forward and allowing Dan to be the striker, if that makes sort of sense. You know, they've got a bit of a partnership going on. Wyke being the big tall striker and Dan being the small fast one. And hopefully in the next few weeks you start to see Wyke, you know, getting a few more goals, getting his confidence back in front of goal as well. And then Harry Lewis, I'm very, very, very happy for Harry Lewis to get a clean sheet. You know, he looked buzzing at the end of the game, which he should be. Hopefully that's a real confidence booster for him going into next week against MK Dons. You know, hopefully one clean sheet and a win is what the team needed to be lifted. But as I say, I don't think we give Barrow anything, to be fair. We didn't give them a second on the ball. We really shut them out in the midfield, which I was shocked with, because that midfield we've got is not our best midfield. And our team's only going to get better in that midfield position. So a real good performance from Carlisle United. You know, they scored very late on. It was offside. That clip is in the video, and I've watched it about 5 times. Makes me laugh every single time. But a real solid performance from Carlisle United. Nothing fancy, nothing special, but a 1-0 win. That's all that matters. So what are your thoughts on the game? Let me know in the comments down below what your thoughts on the new graphics on the video as well. But for now, I have been CUFO. Thank you for 1,500 subscribers. And I'll see you on Tuesday for the MK Dons 5-minute goal.